Meet the Aavante Bar 520 from Boat. On papers, this is impressive. 16 watt output, dual stereo speakers, which provides a rich stereo sound, along with a solid 6 hours playback on single charge. But hold on, there is something shady about this soundbar, which may even be the most single important factor to determine if you should get this soundbar or buy something else. Stick around till the end to uncover. By the way, this review is not sponsored. I bought the speaker myself. Okay, let's get started with the unboxing. It comes in weighty with a lot of stuff inside, and there's sufficient amount of padding. And along with that, there are some other stuff. And you literally miss out nothing, starting from the USB-C cable and also an aux to aux cable if you don't have it in case. And then comes the speaker. Okay, it's made out of plastic as you would expect, but it's heavy. Not like unmanageable heavy, but a solid weighty build. It's compact, but at the same time a little bit larger than your maths teacher's favorite weapon, and it can also be a better alternative. It also has this rounded triangular shape which kind of angles the audio towards you whenever you keep it on the table. It has got a lovely modern design. The upper part has got some switches which you can use for controlling. One is there for turning off or on. You can change the volume, you can play or pause the music and more. And there are two different lights or LED lights provided. One is the mode light, which gives you an idea which mode the speaker is currently running in. Another one is the charging light. The back has got some ports. You get the aux port, and then you have the USB-A for connecting USB devices. And there's something interesting over here I'm going to cover in the later part. And then you have the USB-C for charging the device. Now if you see closely, then you will notice that right after the aux port, before the USB-A port, there's a small hole. Now this isn't your microphone, it's actually the reset button. So you can just use a sharp object for resetting the speaker if there are some problems. Okay, let's turn this on. This thing has got a really good bass, and the startup sound speaks for itself, which is the proof that this speaker doesn't fear anything bassy. And it's not like the annoying startup sound of my Motorola 120 watt Bluetooth speaker.
Hello, Moto.
Pairing is also simple and super easy. You can just open the Bluetooth settings of your phone or any other device, scan the local devices and connect Aavante Bar 520, and done, connected. Okay, so this is me speaking through the speaker so that you can get a basic understanding of how it plays back human voice. So if you ever think of hearing a podcast through the speaker, this is what you will be hearing. Okay, now let's play a music. Okay, the sound is super bassy, and the speaker is even tuned further to boost the lower frequencies. If you love bass more than anything else, then it's fine, but the voice starts sounding a little bit mushy because of this. This happened last day when I was listening to some Sunday Suspense, where they narrate some popular stories in a very interesting manner. You don't get any tuning app support, which I guess most of the soundbars don't have, but you can just download an equalizer from the Play Store, which works fine with the speaker. Just use the vocal preset, or manually reducing the bass also works fine. Okay, another thing, the loudness. It's just perfect, and even at higher volumes, there was not a single instance where the audio got distorted. The sound is so crisp that you can literally hear every detail. Okay, out of the box I charged this speaker once, and then I used it continuously for 4.5 hours. After which I did editing with the speaker as the output for 1 more hour. This was followed by my dad watching TV with the speaker connected. Still, after all these, guess how much battery dropped? Just 10%. But wait, wasn't it supposed to last 6 hours? Well, yes, but at 60% volume. I don't like super loud music, so I kept it around 40%. I'm literally amazed by the battery performance of the speaker. you can just forget that this thing even has a battery. Even if it runs out of battery, you can just use any Type-C cable and charge it up, which we all carry for charging our phones and mobile devices while going out. This single charging interface is so efficient and good, and you can also charge it from a power bank. Charging this device does take some time because it does not support fast charging protocols. It only has support for 5 volt 2 amperes. Okay, in terms of connectivity, it comes with Bluetooth, which pretty much works on Android, iOS, Mac, Windows and Linux as expected. And it also works with smart TVs. There are 0 connection drops in the same room. Even if you try to push it further by moving your phone to a different room and playing the audio, it also works fine. But I don't think anyone would do that. Other connectivity options are there too, for example the aux port, which you can use for connecting in cases where you need low latency audio, such as while editing. It's better to go for the aux connection instead of the Bluetooth connection. I have a monitor with aux output, so I just connect it using the HDMI or DP connection, and then I extend the audio connection from the aux output in my monitor to the speaker. You can also work like this. Then there's the USB-A port, which you can use for connecting pen drives and playing audio from there. And I also tried connecting my phone to the speaker. It actually detects the speaker as a PC, but it charges the phone. I don't think it is an inbuilt feature for the speaker, because you need to turn it on and then you need to keep the speaker connected to your phone using Bluetooth, else it will just automatically turn off itself. So I think it's a pretty inefficient way to charge your phone in case you just forget everything and you reach that weird situation where you need to use a soundbar for charging your phone. But it's good to know that option is available as a workaround. But here comes the shady part. I currently have 2 different pen drives. One is from Sony and another one from SanDisk, and both have the same music loaded in them. But if I just turn on the speaker and insert the Sony USB drive, it connects. But none of the songs play through the speaker. Whereas when I connect the one from SanDisk,
USB mode
just works fine. This is because the speaker only supports drives which are formatted in FAT32, not NTFS and not even exFAT. Okay, let me explain. USB drives or any storage media needs to be formatted so that they are readable and often writable by operating systems like Windows, Mac or Linux. FAT32 is one such technology introduced back in 1996. Long story short, you can't store a file more than 4 GB in FAT32, so it's quite inconvenient. exFAT, which was introduced in 2006, is probably the best choice for the common peeps out there, since it is compatible for read and write in a wide variety of operating systems, which includes macOS. And it also does not have that limit of 4 GBs that you get on FAT32. But forget about exFAT, this device does not even support NTFS, so you need to have a separate pen drive which is formatted just with FAT32 so that you can use with this device. Next is the spacing of the internal speakers. For a better stereo output, I think they could have been a little bit more separated by maybe increasing the size of the soundbar itself. For even the most basic stereo experience, you need to keep the soundbar quite close to yourself. Okay, so that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.